I know we watch Lamar. I know we've been watching Lamar. And he's a front runner. But are we not giving Saquon enough love for being MVP right now? Yo, we are back. We are back. I am in another location. I know you guys are like, God dang, Gerald, will you please be in one spot? But I don't sit still, guys. I'm all over the place. It's Thanksgiving week, and I am visiting my son in Toledo, Ohio. But before I get into all that, I want to welcome everybody to McCoy Van Noy, presented by Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL. I am one half of your gracious host, none other than Gerald McCoy, the 93rd wonder of the world, big chest from the Midwest, the one that never fails. I only thrive because I'm from the south side of the 405. Now, I know you guys watch Monday Night Football and y'all seen the Baltimore Ravens get a big win. I know at the end of the game, y'all seen a clutch play from my usual co-host, Mr. Kyle Van Noy, two-time Super Bowl champ. Kyle is tired. He put on a show for you guys, so he couldn't make it this morning. But, as always, we a big family over here at Yahoo. So, I brought my guy in, my brother, none other than C-Mac, Mr. Charles McDonald. C-Mac, what is going on, player?
Not much. I'm also in a different location, but I'm in my parents' basement instead of visiting a child that I don't have somewhere else. So, it's good. You know, I get a chance to rest, get a chance to see the dogs, and not spend my own money for a few days. Can't complain.
Yeah, man, listen, that's something to be thankful for. And we're going to get into what we thankful for. But you know what? Let's talk a little bit about some football. I got killer, got another win. The Harbaugh Bowl was yesterday, Monday Night Football. Everybody loves the Harbaugh Bowl. You know what? This is a time and a week of family. People are going to be around their family. So it's always great to see a great sibling rivalry. And the Harbaugh Bowl is always something fun to watch. How did you feel about the game? What did you like? What didn't you like? Was it a great game? Was it not a great game? Tell me your thoughts, C-Mac.
I thought it was a good game. I don't think because by the end of the fourth quarter, it was like 30-16 before they got that touchdown at the end of the game.
Yeah,
but I don't think that the 30-16 score detailed how close that game was at points because
no, it was a close game. It's a close game.
It took until probably about halfway the third or maybe the start of the fourth quarter for the Ravens to actually blow it open, and it was back and forth until then. So I think it was kind of cool because you get another continuation of like this idea that the Chargers are kind of a year ahead of schedule because this Ravens team is competing for a Super Bowl, and the Chargers, they just had a top 5 pick back in April, and they're in the playoff hunt too. So, another big game from the Chargers, who are upstart and have a chance to make the playoffs in the first year of the Harbaugh regime. But you also saw, the other team has potentially league MVP, Derrick Henry. Those guys were making plays. And then the Ravens defense, they showed up. And quietly, they've been playing some pretty good football over the past month. We'll see if it's enough once they get into the postseason. But they're not quite the terrible unit that they were to start the season. So I think, it was a good showing for the Chargers, but really important for the Ravens to get that win just to keep them afloat because the Steelers are still lurking at the top of the division.
Yeah, and I know Jim. I know Jim is like, man, I hate this dude. Like, I love him, but I hate this dude. Like, I cannot do nothing with this guy. This guy, I can't beat him no matter what I do. I can go to college and win a national championship. This guy won the Super Bowl, freaking Super Bowl, and he won it on me, of all people. You want to talk about Thanksgiving rivalries? I know they like, hey, listen, I'm going to see you at Thanksgiving. I'm going to kick your butt today. And they're like, yeah, all right, we're going to see. And he beat him again. But like you said, man, you got to be happy for the Chargers. I'm extremely excited about what they're going to be moving forward. Their defense actually number one in scoring defense, man. And the reason I picked Baltimore to win this game prior to is because I felt like the Chargers couldn't score enough points, man. This 2 days ago was the, I think, 25th anniversary, maybe? Yeah, 25th anniversary of the greatest show on turf. And, You got this offense with the Baltimore Ravens. You got the offense with the Detroit Lions. Man, these offenses are putting up big numbers, and I just didn't feel like the Chargers could put up those numbers because of Baltimore's big playability. That throw to Bateman before the first half ended was like, that was so clutch. I said, man, that play right there is going to win them this game because you need plays like that going into the half, whether it's a great drive going into the half and you kick a field goal, whether it's on defense, you get either a takeaway or a big sack to stall them from scoring. You need some type of momentum going into the half, and that play was huge, man. I don't know what it is. We need to do a study, all right, Yahoo? And we're going to take credit for this. I don't want CBS, ABC, none of them to take credit for our study. Study whatever is on that turf because these running backs and whoever's on that turf is lighting it up. I don't know what is on that turf where all these running backs is getting all these yards and making all these big plays. Derrick Henry was going crazy. We seen Saquon go crazy the other day. What's my man that had the long run? Justice Hill. Justice Hill, was it 51 yards? 51-yard rush. I don't know what it is about their turf. Now, I was there before when I was with the Raiders. It's great. It's great turf. You know, we've seen a lot of it. But right now, whatever's going on in that stadium needs to be studied. And Yahoo, we are going to take credit for this study. So don't let nobody take our idea. You got me? But, yeah, I thought it was a great game. I truly enjoyed it. I got Killer. Got him another sack. He definitely got hated on. He got held. Now he got the penalty, but whatever. He came underneath. He beat the tackle underneath and got held. He should have had 2 sacks, but I talked to him last night. He said, gee, I'm good. If I get 1 sack in every game moving forward, you know, I'm sitting pretty. I said, you know what? You're right, man. So Killer, you know, he's very optimistic about how he played and everything that's happening. So, yeah, I really enjoyed that game, man. And my sons, if you see right here, shout out to my son, Marcellus. Turned 23 yesterday. I was at his dinner last night watching the game. So I was watching, enjoying my family and all that. So, but it was a great night. Definitely was a great night.
Yeah, that was when Van Noy got the sack last night. I was like, hey, there we go. That's plus one for the Yahoo team. And I think he had a couple other plays.
Yeah,
TFL last night too. So
Killer was balling.
Yeah. It seems like whenever
I was sitting at dinner and I just yelled randomly, man, what the heck is wrong with you? I said, Killer just got a sack. Nothing, no big deal. Whatever. Regularly scheduled programming.
It seems like whenever he gets the chance to play for the Ravens, it makes him activates his superpowers a little bit.
Yeah, got to go home a little bit, got to perform in front of the family. That's a big deal. Always getting to perform in front of the family is always a big deal when you get to go back. See, I'm from Oklahoma. We ain't got no team. So my performances at home were whenever we got to play the Cowboys, that's as close as it got. Maybe Kansas City, but nobody came to Kansas City because it was either cold or nobody just wanted to go at that time. But yeah, being able to go back to any California team, that's a big deal. Going back. So I know he wanted to put on a show, and he did. Now, we just talked about that turf, right? And people going crazy on that turf, okay? Can we talk a little bit about Saquon Barkley? Just for a second. Just for a quick second. We got to do this. Now, we've seen a lot. I always said the NFL produces mutants, okay? I think he's just one of the latest in the long line of recent mutants we've seen. Sometimes you see people go on a run where you like, hey, yeah, he's just on a different level right now. Saquon looks like he's moving in slow motion and everybody is, it's almost like, you know what? There's like, I don't know if you're a superhero guy, right? But you're a Marvel guy. You don't really do DC. Did you watch the Flash show? Did you watch the Flash on the CW?
No, I didn't watch too much of that. I did see a few episodes.
You suck. You suck. Listen, we can be honest here. Family members, you got the people outside of your family that can lie to you and be yes man. When we're family, the best family members are people who tell you the truth about yourself. And you know what, Chuck? You suck. All right? I just got to tell you.
That's a hard truth.
It's crazy. That's a hard truth. Listen, I know you're a Marvel guy. I get that. I'm a everything guy. You know, like to just write off DC like that, that's not cool, man. And I don't like it. But whatever. In the CW Flash show, he had a thing called Flash Time. And what was happening is he was moving so fast that everybody else was standing still. And he would just walk around, moving it, how I'm moving now. Everything else would be stuck in place. But he's moving that fast. That's what it looks like with Saquon is playing right now. Them two big runs, he made one cut and he took off running. And I'm like, it don't even look like he's moving fast. It looked like he's just kind of like, just warm up run or whatever. And reverse. Who does a reverse hurdle? He's reverse hurdling people. He's juking people 70+ yard runs multiple times. Is Saquon? I know we watched, I'm going to say it. I know we watched Lamar. I know we've been watching Lamar. He's a front runner. But are we not giving Saquon enough love for being MVP right now?
We should talk about it, at least. Because, look, there's nowhere... There's nowhere on the MVP award that's written out that says this is only an award for quarterbacks. You know, I know it's kind of become that, but
stop there, right?
It's not explicitly that. And if there was going to be a season where a running back should be in consideration, like it's kind of, I feel like it would look like this, where you have 255 yards. And during that game, I'm like, yo, is he about to break the rushing record? Because it doesn't look like anyone is going to stop him tonight. Because I still remember when Adrian Peterson got the 296, and it looked like he was on pace for that if they just kept giving him the ball.
Quick question. I'm gonna let you continue. What school did Adrian Peterson go to?
University of Oklahoma.
Okay, I didn't know. I wasn't sure. I always wondered what school he went to. Anyway, keep going. Continue.
Go ahead.
So, hey, wait. Let me stop you there one more time. Before you keep going about Saquon. Did you watch college football this weekend?
Oh, I did watch college football this weekend. Did
you? Did you watch any Saturday evening, nightish?
Explicitly Saturday evening and Saturday night.
Oh, okay. What games you watch?
I did watch. I watched Texas A&M lose to Auburn at the final buzzer. I watched USC, UCLA, and I watched the Sooners beat Alabama 24-3, ending their season and play them out of college football playoff for the most part. Great game. Dang. Jackson Arnold, he came out and he proved himself again. 24-3. Sooners over there.
You said you watched OU versus Alabama. You said you watched OU versus Alabama.
I did.
Okay. Whatever. Hey, all you Bama fans. Oh, man. Didn't I tell y'all this was going to happen? I told y'all this was going to happen. There's one Crimson team. One Crimson team. That's why we say there's only one. We're talking to y'all. There's only one Crimson team. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all this. Sometimes teams just have your number. It doesn't matter how many, we want more national championships and all that, whatever. Y'all just caught up, okay? So stop there. But the head-to-head, sometimes people just got your number. It don't matter how good you are or whatever. Y'all said the same thing. We beat y'all in the Sugar Bowl. Okay, so in the last 4 games, we 3-1 versus y'all. 3-1. And y'all still believe. Whatever, man. Back to Saquon.
They're going to cry.
Saquon, whatever. Screw them. Sorry, Yahoo. But listen, we got this Saquon thing, man. Like, we really need to take consideration of Saquon being the MVP. It's the most valuable player. I understand the value of quarterbacks, but when we're talking about to that particular team, what they can be and what they are, we got to take into account what Saquon is doing right now. Jalen Hurts doesn't have to do much because it's hand the ball off to Saquon, dump the ball off to Saquon. Saquon is going insane. Like, if you look at, I think they showed a graphic, he's leading the league in rushing, even after last night, and he's got like almost 600 yards receiving. It's getting ridiculous, man. Like, we need to have true consideration of Saquon being the MVP. I'm seeing it enough. Like, Lamar is the guy right now, but Saquon needs to be talked about a little more.
He should at least get
That's all
some
I'm saying.
votes, just as like recognition for what's going on here, because he's a driving force on one of the best offenses on one of the best teams in football. That should be MVP consideration, in my opinion.
Now, do you think, because this has happened, MVP exhaustion, MVP fatigue. We've given this guy the MVP multiple times. Maybe we should give it to somebody else. Do you think that could happen? Well, Lamar got two. Let's give it to Saquon. Do you think that could happen? Some people do it. We've seen it. People got tired. Like LeBron James should have more than 4 MVPs. Let's call it like it is. MVP exhaustion. They're like, let's just give it to somebody else. It happened. So I don't know. You think that could happen? Maybe.
It could happen. It could happen, but even in that case, I feel like people are just so tied to the idea of giving it to a quarterback. We'll probably go to like Josh Allen instead of Saquon. But if it's not Lamar, like we should actually talk about Saquon getting a chance because like just like Tyreek Hill should have gotten a chance last year to get some MVP votes, but it doesn't seem like we're wired that way anymore to give it to anyone that's not a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, who was the last non-quarterback to win MVP?
Adrian Peterson, right? When he ran for 2,000 yards.
Was it Adrian Peterson? Oh, Frank, it sure was. What school he go to again?
The University of Oklahoma Sooners.
Oh, okay. So it was Adrian Peterson from the University of Oklahoma. And on that note, we going to take a break. You know why? Because I want to talk about Thanksgiving, some things we thankful for, Thanksgiving memories. This is Thanksgiving. This is family week. That's why we brought in our family member, C-Mac, to celebrate Thanksgiving. Let's talk about some Thanksgiving memories and have some fun with Thanksgiving. We're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, but we'll be right back. We are back. That was fun, but let's have a little more fun, all right? Let's have a little more fun right now. Let's talk Thanksgiving. I know we talk a lot of football. We talk different things on this show. It's just Thanksgiving week, man. Let's talk some Thanksgiving. First and foremost, what is your favorite Thanksgiving Day memory? It could be football related. It could be family related. What is your favorite Thanksgiving Day memory?
Wow.
Or what do you remember most about Thanksgiving? There don't have to be one thing in particular, because mine is not one thing in particular. It's just what I remember about Thanksgiving, period.
Mainly just like seeing my baby cousins grow up over the years. Because you know, as you get older, you kind of only see people once a year or at the holiday situations. And just kind of, I remember, you know, seeing a little kid who was like 4 years old bouncing over the walls and trying to tackle me and to hang off my neck every chance he could. Now like start to become a man of his own. And I've always thought that as I get older, that part has been really cool. But also, you know, there's nothing better than when people you haven't seen come over for a while and they're talking mess about like, oh, you know, I've been doing this, and this, and especially when it comes to video games. I'm like, all right, let's turn on that 2K. Let's turn on that Madden then, and wasting time during the day playing that. Pool, Madden, like any competition that comes out during this time of year.
Y'all were video game competition family. I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. See, mine was, I love meeting up with the cousins. I was in a very tight-knit family, and most of the time, the big shindigs was on my mom's side of the family. On my dad's side of the family, we would go to my grandmother's, but everybody came so sporadically. It wasn't like a big meetup where this is where we going, this is where we going to be for most of the day. We made sure we made our way to my dad's side of the family, to my grandmother's house, and we would go. She always made incredible red velvet cake, and we would go grab a plate. My dad had to have his mom's food. My mom could cook very, very, very well. So we had food at home, but my dad had to go get his mom's cooking, get some cake and all that, and we would spend time over there. But the majority of where we was at my mom's side of the family's house, and that's where all my cousins and all my aunties, and we would meet up. Most of the time, Thanksgiving, Christmas was at my grandmother's. Thanksgiving was at my grandfather's house. So my grandparents were not together at the time, but you know how these relationships back in the day, they like separated, but they together.
Yeah,
Like they
right,
not
yeah.
together, but they take
Yeah.
care of each other like they together. So she lived over here, he lived over here, but she did everything for him and he did everything for her. Whatever. It don't matter. But we was at my grandfather's house and I loved meeting up because we were a game night family. So all the kids would go outside and we played freeze tag. We played hide and go seek because he lived across the street from an elementary school that had a playground, but they had this big old field, but it had enough hiding spots where you could go behind the building and hide. You could do all. So that's what the little cousins would do. But when nightfall came, oh, here we go. It's game night time. And we played all the best games, charades. We love charades. We loved charades. But every time we tried to find a new game that came out, Pictionary and all these other games, but like family-wise, it was nothing better than that. And then, of course, football was on. But at the time as a kid, I'm like, shoot, forget watching the game. I'm going to go outside and play the game. And that's what we did as kids. And growing up, that was my favorite part of Thanksgiving. Now, favorite Thanksgiving food. What is it?
Oh, I'm a simple guy, but mac and cheese, like a good mac and cheese, it can't be beat. My uncle.
Is that a Thanksgiving Day food though? Okay.
I mean, I don't really eat all that much outside of Thanksgiving.
No, it's cool. Let me just say something about mac and cheese. Mac and cheese is quintessential and is an essential side to any great meal. You gotta have a great mac and cheese. But Thanksgiving mac and cheese, everybody can't make it. All right. Mac and cheese is not just a Thanksgiving food, but it has to be done right. It could be messed up on any other night. And it could be like, all right, I don't really approve of that. Don't really appreciate you messing up the mac and cheese. But on Thanksgiving, if you can't make mac and cheese, don't bring it. If you know this is not what you do, don't try it. Mac and cheese has to be done right. And I'm glad that you appreciate that. I don't consider it a Thanksgiving Day food, but I do think it has to be done right on Thanksgiving of all days throughout the year.
Yes, because you're right. Mac and cheese is not explicitly a Thanksgiving side, but I know the mac and cheese I get on Thanksgiving is going to be a higher quality than what I would get at any other point in the year.
It has to be, right?
Outside of maybe Christmas.
It has to be.
But we did last year. One of my dad's best friends is from Houston, and they started coming over for Thanksgiving dinner, and they bring brisket that will blow your mind. So that's become like a new recent
brisket.
Yeah, big brisket.
See, this is why I like doing this. Brisket. That is not a Thanksgiving Day food, but some people make like. You have your traditional Thanksgiving Day foods. Brisket is not one. That is very intriguing. Brisket on Thanksgiving. Wow. Do y'all use sauce or y'all just brisket it up and that's it?
No, just brisket it up. That's it. No sauce. He prides himself on the brisket not needing the sauce. And it actually doesn't. It's pretty good.
Where from? Where y'all from?
I live in North Carolina right now. Or my parents do. But my dad's friend, he's from Houston. He's from Houston, the one that brings the brisket.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, but both of them, Carolina, Texas, all of it. Still barbecue places. Brisket. Okay. Mine, actual Thanksgiving Day food would be dressing. For my less melanated family members and viewers of the show, you guys would call it stuffing. Okay? But we call it dressing. It's all the same, made different stuff, but it's essentially the same thing. Mine is dressing. That is a Thanksgiving Day food that has to be done right for me. I love it. It's extremely good. And if you have gravy with it, Jesus, thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Lord, so much for the gravy that goes with dressing. I love it. I love it. Like my plate for Thanksgiving, greens. Greens is a black people food. Greens, like I think my less melanated viewers like green bean casserole. Not a green bean casserole guy.
No.
It's not my thing. Greens, though?
Yeah.
Like good greens. Like my wife makes the best greens. Collards. She mixed collards. I'm giving away a secret, but whatever. Y'all ain't gonna know how to do it. I can tell you what she do, and you can't make it like her. She mixes collards and mustard greens. God, if I ain't thanked you for this Thanksgiving Day meal, I'm doing it right now. Thank you, Lord, for my wife's greens. Greens, mac and cheese, dressing with the gravy, sweet potatoes. Lord, sweet potatoes. Now,
so good.
this is very key in a Thanksgiving Day plate. Are you a turkey guy or not? You just said brisket, but are you a turkey guy or not? Most people think it's mandatory to have turkey on Thanksgiving. Are you a turkey guy or not?
I'm not really. I'd rather have ham than turkey. It's
just... my gosh, you just made up for sucking when it comes to DC. My man C-Mac. Oh my gosh, that is what I'm talking about. I am not a turkey guy. Nah. I'm not. I'm sorry. If you're watching this, I'm not a turkey guy. I'm not. I don't do it. My wife, and I knew me and my wife were made for each other when she first started making Thanksgiving meals, and she was like, I don't really like making turkey. I said, oh, God, yes. I'm going to buy the ring now. Yes. Turkey. I don't have to have it.
No.
I'm a
ham guy. I feel like turkey, it's a little too healthy for what I'm trying to get done at Thanksgiving. You know, I don't need that. I can save that for another day. Don't need that at that time. When I'm trying to lose weight next week, I'll go back to the turkey.
That's what I'm saying. Like even when we used to practice, like when I was in college, we practiced on Thanksgiving because we still had a game. So we practiced that Thursday, and I was like, I'm going to run extremely hard today. You know why? Because later I'm going to destroy my body multiple times. I'm going to like work out and run, practice today in the morning. I'm going to go home, destroy my body, take a nap, get up, destroy my body again, go to walk through or whatever, probably come home after walk through, destroy my body one more time before the game. Yeah, it's going to happen. Even when I played in the league, practice on Thursday, go home, same routine. See, in college, Friday was walkthrough because we played Saturday. So it was always great when we had a home game because, you just go back to your room, whatever. But when we had to travel, it sucked. But usually around this time, we was playing OSU. So we just got on the bus. Wasn't too bad. But in the league, it didn't matter because we played on Sunday. So we eat Thursday, have a run through, fast Fridays. I come home and eat again. And then I still got Saturday to recover before the game. Oh, Thanksgiving Day in the league was just like, man, I can really destroy my body. But I can't do it eating turkey. My replacement, my wife would do ham sometimes. I'm going to stereotype it up. I was the kid who always said, why the heck of all days we could eat fried chicken all year for no reason, just random fried chicken. But when it's perfect tasting to go with this food, nobody fries chicken on Thanksgiving. Nobody.
It's a great question.
The thing is, you eat fried chicken on Christmas or for sure New Year's. Gotta have your black eyed peas and fried chicken on New Year's. It's a thing. Greens. Gotta have it. It's a in our culture, the African American culture, the black culture, black eyed peas, greens, and fried chicken is a thing on New Year's. Okay, so good luck. Have a great year. I just don't understand why it's not a thing on Thanksgiving. Like I always ask. I was the fat kid. We always have a huge spread. All this food, turkey over there, not getting touched, ham, dressing, greens, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, broccoli and cheese casserole, not green bean casserole, broccoli and cheese casserole, all these peach cobblers and cakes and all this. And I'm sitting here like, man, I am really about to enjoy this food, but I would really, really, truly enjoy some fried chicken. And I would go in there to all the aunties who did all this, like cooking all night and preparing this meal. My grandma's like, hey, guys, quick question. Nobody fried chicken? Not one person said, you know what, let me just fry chicken. So you know what I've done? I've adopted the fried chicken guy
There
on
we go.
Thanksgiving. That is my job. I'm the fried chicken guy on Thanksgiving. My wife, she cooks the best Thanksgiving meal. Like besides my mom, it's right up there with her. My mom and my wife's Thanksgiving meals hit better than anybody's I've ever had. But I say, you know what, baby? I'm going to take a little pressure off you and I'm going to fry some chicken. If nobody else wants to do it, I'm going to do it. So I've become the fried chicken guy on Thanksgiving. Do you think that's bad? Fried
No,
chicken is a thing on Thanksgiving. It can be,
it
right?
it
Right?
you can eat whatever you
Come on.
want on Thanksgiving. It's about just setting the tone for what you like to do. I would love to have some fried chicken because I often think like, man, I got this gravy. If I could put some fried chicken underneath it, that would probably
Bro,
slap.
that's
You
what I'm
know?
saying. Oh, sorry. Anybody that I didn't mention, mashed potatoes. You can throw mashed potatoes in there. You
Yeah,
can throw
for
that in
sure.
there. What Thanksgiving Day food do you like despise or not like? It's just like, ugh, get it out of here.
I'm not like a big like any like corn casserole. Not. I mean, there aren't too many at Thanksgiving. Over, I mean,
Yeah.
not too many casseroles, but anything that's like corn casserole, probably not eating it. Green bean casserole,
Yeah.
not gonna eat it. But like from the base of like what's actually gonna be at our plate, probably
Mhm.
turkey. Just passing on the turkey in general.
Yeah, I don't not like turkey. I just don't have to have it. I don't
Right.
have to have cranberries.
Oh yeah,
I
the cranberry
know
sauce. We can keep it.
I don't have to have cranberry sauce. Take it. Get it out of here. I don't have
Get
to
outta
have
here.
it. Get it out of here. What are we doing here? Why is this here? Get this out of the spread. You got your dressing and your mac and cheese and your greens, and I'm going down a line, and I get to, so I got the greens, the sweet potatoes, and mac and cheese, and I get to where the dressing is, and right on the end, on the side over there, not bothering nobody, but they in the crowd, it's cranberry sauce. Why? Why are you here? Get out of here. Go.
Yeah, I don't get it at
Go
all.
to
I don't really
somebody
get
else's house. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Whatever. I just, so whatever. That was my spiel on Thanksgiving Day meals and Thanksgiving Day food. And growing up, football, it was a thing. And I love football on Thanksgiving. Love football on Thanksgiving.
Did you? How many times did you play on Thanksgiving?
You know what? Man, I don't know what you on today, but you started off, you're horrible with the DC and the Marvel thing. You started off horrible. You redeemed yourself a little bit with the turkey, and now you just went back off the deep end. As family members, we're not supposed to bring up traumatic experiences for our family members. We're supposed to be our each other's refuge and safe space, and not like bring up trauma. But since you want to bring it up, let's talk about it, okay? I'm a football historian, and I'm a fan. I'm a true fan. I'm a fanatic of the game of football. I love football with every fiber in my body. I love it. And like the sentimental things of the game, the song that is played when they're walking out the Lombardi Trophy, love it. Love hearing it. Dang near tear up every time I see it. When I was playing, I wanted to experience that so bad. Them walking that trophy through the crowd and everybody getting sick because they all kissing in the same spot on the trophy and all that. Whatever. I'll get medicine later. I wanted to experience that. Sunday night football. Dream of mine. Play on Sunday night football. It's a thing. Chris Collinsworth and the guys it's a thing. Sunday night football. Monday night football. See, I grew up in are you ready for some football? I grew up in that era of Monday night football. I even got to be on a Monday night football intro. All of these, playing in Lambeau. I got to play in Lambeau. And I got to play against Aaron Rodgers in Lambeau. So you got to play against a historic quarterback in Lambeau, and it was freezing cold. That is football. That's the NFL you grew up watching, okay? Play against Peyton Manning, play against Tom. These things, they mean something to me. That playing on Thanksgiving is something I always dreamed of. I signed in 2020, I signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Who plays on Thanksgiving every year? There's two teams that play every year regardless. Who are those two teams?
Dallas and Detroit.
Dallas and Detroit. So when you sign with the Dallas Cowboys, you know one thing you're going to do. You're going to be on TV every week, for sure. You're going to maximize primetime games, for sure. And you're going to get to do what? Play on Thanksgiving. I called my dad when I signed the Cowboys and said, Pops. He said, gee, I already know. I said, Thanksgiving. Freaking Thanksgiving. I will get to play on Thanksgiving Day. I've always dreamed to do it. Before I could even touch the field as a Dallas Cowboy, I tore my knee up. Freaking A. Man, my dreams just down the drain, whatever. All right. My career's not over. Maybe we'll play somebody, maybe I'll be on the team or the team will play Dallas on Thanksgiving, whatever. Fast forward, get healthy. I signed with the Raiders. I look at the schedule. 2021. You know who the Raiders play? The Dallas Cowboys. You know what day they play them on? Thanksgiving. Here we go again. I'm going to live out my dream. Week 1, Monday Night Football. Again, a dream of mine, playing on Monday night, playing against Lamar Jackson. I tear my knee up again.
Oh, my God.
So I missed out on 2 opportunities to play on Thanksgiving. So I never, ever got to live out my dream of playing on Thanksgiving. So every time Thanksgiving is on, since those games, I'm just sitting here looking at it like, you know what? I'm about to go drown my sorrows in fried chicken.
Sorry to bring up those tough memories. Now I feel like an actual villain.
Yeah, you should. You should feel like a villain or an a-hole, whatever you want to feel like. All of it.
Okay,
this is what you did to me. Yes, you just did that. We invite you in. You are a part of our extended family. Killer has business to tend to. I'm like, oh, you know what? Bring in C-Mac. I love that guy. Bring him in. It's our family. Why not? You know how you're not at home right now? You're in your family's basement. Family, you bring him in. You said your uncle comes from Houston. He brings in the brisket. I'm like, hey, bring C-Mac in. He's got great knowledge, great insight. He's entertaining. He's funny. Let's bring him in. Okay, imagine your uncle comes in with the brisket, right? He comes in with the brisket, correct? He comes in with the brisket. He pulls the foil back, and it's cranberry sauce all across the brisket. You would be like, what the heck is your problem? Why would you do this? We invited you in. We expect you to bring the brisket, and you put cranberry sauce on it? Screw you, uncle. Screw you. You know what? Whatever. You know what? You can go, Unc. You can go. But you know what? I'm a nice guy. I love you to death. You're part of our family, so I'm not going to kick you out. But I am going to go to break because now I have to go find some fried chicken to drown my sorrows in. We're going to hear from our sponsors, and we're going to be right back, y'all. We'll be right back. We are back. Man, wipe this grease off my face from drowning my sorrows in the chicken. Now for our favorite segment, Weekly Drive to Win, presented by Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL. Our Drive to Win segment. C-Mac, you've been here before. You know what this is about. We love this because we love giving people their flowers while they can smell them. We love showing people love, people who put in work and are balling. So, our Drive to Win, who do you got, C-Mac?
I want to give a shout out to another running back that signed with the new team this year. We talked a lot about Saquon at the start of the show, but Josh Jacobs, Green Bay Packers, had a big game, 3 touchdowns. Kind of, if you watch that game, they kind of did whatever he wanted against the 49ers defense, just ran him over. Looked really good, was kind of a driving force for their success that day. So it was like 106 yards, 3 touchdowns, a couple receiving plays chipped in. He's going to be my player for this, Drive to Win?
Yeah. Anybody else?
We did it the first time I was on this show, but I think he actually had an even better time, a better game this time around. So I'm going to go with Bryce Young for the Panthers. I know that
yeah.
they didn't win that game this week against the Chiefs.
Okay.
But that's fine. I mean, dude, he had some big boy throws.
He did.
Under pressure
freak,
against a blitz. Like
having a great game and a losing effort, it happens. Caleb Williams just broke the Bears rookie passing record and they lost. So hey, it happens. Yeah,
but
so showing love is showing love.
For Bryce, like it seemed like he was in a really rough spot in his career earlier this year as getting benched for Andy Dalton. But since then, like I think he's kind of made another claim that he should get another chance to kind of prove what he can do because he's been playing some really good football recently.
Yeah. So hey, quick little fun fact: Josh Jacobs. This is black people. This is black people lingo. My wife's mom's sister is married to Josh Jacobs' dad's brother.
Wife's mom's sister.
My wife's mom's sister
so your
is married to Josh Jacobs' dad's brother. So, entail me and Josh Jacobs call each other cousins.
I mean, you guys are cousins. Your aunt-in-law is married to his uncle. You guys are related. Yeah.
Yes.
That's how it works.
Yeah. So, whatever. Quick fun fact. But my drive to win, I got to shout out Cooper Rush and Kevontae Turpin. I'm going to do, a little tandem here. Kevontae Turpin had the big kickoff return, and Cooper Rush, nobody expected you guys to go in there and win this game. Nobody did. Nobody expected y'all to go into Washington, who's been playing well. Dan Quinn, it's like, oh, let me get back on the Cowboys. This is going to be one of them. We at home. We need to get Jaden Daniels back rolling. And the Cowboys go in there, and the score was at 34-26. That didn't really tell, really how that game was going. That game. I hate the NFC East. I really don't like the NFC East. It's just weird. It's just a weird division. But I gotta shout them out because nobody expected them to win. 24-32, 247, and 2 touchdowns, no picks. Cooper Rush, you keep doing this, man. I think Cooper Rush should be starting somewhere. I mean, I'm sure some backup quarterbacks, most important position in all football is backup quarterback. He might like being a backup, but I don't know if anybody is comfortable being a backup. He's probably comfortable, but I don't know if he likes being a back. He probably wants to start somewhere. But Cooper Rush, you and Kevontae Turpin, shout out to y'all. And then I got to show love to the D-line, Myles Garrett, 3 sacks, the Grim Reaper himself. And he said, hey, TJ, I'm the guy. I know they talk about you. I know they love you. But when they talk about defense, D-line for sure, but defense in general, it goes through me. I'm the guy. Now, I find it kind of convenient he said that after Aaron Donald retired, but whatever. But he said, I'm the guy. So I got to show you love if that's what you say. You call out another defensive lineman, not a quarterback. I mean, we seen he's got the graveyard with the quarterbacks. We seen that. But you call out another D lineman and the world basically and say, hey, me, I'm the one. I got to show you love. So shout out to Myles Garrett, 3 sacks and a big win at home against Pittsburgh, who was leading the division. Now, we don't know what's going to happen in that division, but I had to shout him out, man, because he definitely balled. And that has been our weekly Drive to Win segment presented by Toyota, official automotive partner of the NFL. I love this segment because I just love giving people credit where credit is due. Now, time to get into the schedule. Week 13. How many games
week 13.
is it?
God
yeah,
damn.
Week 13. I know. Freak. Week 13. All right, let's start with Thanksgiving. Why not? Let's get into it. Thanksgiving. Bears, Lions. Who you got?
Lions.
Dang.
I mean, come on.
Hey, no thought? None?
No thought whatsoever. None.
Yeah, Detroit's at home. I got the Lions too. Giants, Cowboys.
I mean,
Giants. I'm an analyst, and you know what? On NFL Network,
that shit was sad on Sunday.
NFL Network, I have to be correct, politically correct, and can't say certain stuff. Not here. The Giants suck. They're
Yeah.
just not good. They're just not good. I don't like saying teams suck. They're just not good. It's not completely their fault. I'm not blaming any particular person. Not blaming Brian Daboll. I'm not blaming Daniel Jones. I'm not blaming the defense. I'm not blaming any of these people. Sometimes you're just not a good team. And right now, they're just not a good team for whatever reason. I mean, because you look at the defensive line, they were leading the league in sacks. So it's not like they didn't have talent. Malik Neighbors was looking generational for a while. You know, they was like, man, this LSU lineage of wide receivers, he's just the next one in line. Then he got hurt. Just a lot of things happened. The Giants is not good right now. The Cowboys just shocked us all. So I'm going with the Cowboys at home. Dolphins and Packers.
This is a good game.
This is actually a good game. I'm not really hyped about the other two, but this is actually a good game. I like it. Who you got?
I actually like the Dolphins to get this done. The Dolphins, they've been one of the best offenses in football since Tua got back. I mean, they've been right back to look like a kind of a top 5 unit, and I think that this Packers defense is gettable. Like they'll give a better game to the 49ers did on Sunday. So I like the Dolphins actually get this done and continue their very slim path towards making the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers. You know why? It's cold, and these East Coast teams that play in the heat and stuff don't use, Tua making the disclaimer like, I'm ready for the cold, bring it on. Man, no, you're not. Man, you ain't. Nah. When you have to scream and yell, make a disclaimer how ready for the cold you are, nope, going Packers. That's just what they built for. And these teams, these warm weather teams, sometimes they play good in cold weather, but I'm going with the percentage. Nah. I'm going with the Packers. All right. Friday. All these unconventional days of football. Raiders and the Chiefs. Are we even thinking about this? I'm not.
No.
Last year they shocked us. But this is not last year.
Last year's last year.
Yeah. You got Chiefs?
Yeah.
Texans and Jaguars.
I'm going to go with the Texans. I think if the Jaguars had Trevor Lawrence, this would be a little more interesting, but they don't. So
I don't know why. They had him all year, and then fake. It's been the same. So
they weren't losing 52-6 at least.
That's just not. That's bad, man. So I'm going Texas as well. Colts and the Patriots.
I'm going to go with the Colts. I do think the Patriots give up a better game than they did last week against the Dolphins, but still I'm going to go with the Colts because they have just a little bit more talent and firepower.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Patriots at home, actually. Well, I'm going to do it. Chargers and Falcons.
Falcons are my team, but I think the Chargers beat them. This is a tough test. I think the Falcons they've struggled with some of the teams that can punch you in the mouth this season, like Denver did last week. So I'm gonna roll with the Chargers.
I'm gonna go with the Chargers too. I like what they're doing right now. I'm gonna go with the Chargers. Seahawks versus Jets.
I'm gonna roll the Seahawks. The Jets, they just seem like they're in general disarray. So I'm off that for now.
The Jets are cranberry sauce right now, so
yeah,
that's where we going. I'm going Seahawks as well. Titans versus Commanders.
Commanders. I do think the Titans keep it close because the defense is playing well and Tony Pollard is running well, but I think the Commanders get the monkey off their back in a close win at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Commanders as well. Okay, here we go. All right, AFC North division game. This is going to be a good one. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati.
I think we'll roll with Cincinnati on this one.
Me too. Me too.
They just kind of hit this point in every game where Jamar Chase and T. Higgins start to take over, and I think that will be enough to get them to win.
They got to win one of these, right?
They got to win one of these.
One of these got to go that way. I'm going Cincinnati as well. Cardinals, Vikings.
I'm gonna take the Cardinals. I think that last week was tough for them against Seattle, but overall they've been a pretty good team this year, and I think they bounce back. I think they bounce back this week. Kyler Murray is a big game.
Yeah, the Cardinals are finding ways to win games they shouldn't win and losing the games they probably should win or whatever. I'm gonna go with the Vikings because I just believe Brian Flores lights Kyler up. I think he fires him up, and I think it's too much. So I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go with the Vikings. Rams and Saints. I feel like I haven't seen the Saints play in like 3 weeks.
To see.
Hey, I feel like the Saints ain't played in like a month. Where have they
I
been?
know it does feel like that.
Don't it seem like they just haven't played?
I was thinking the same thing. But they played the Browns on Sunday, but I don't think anyone actually saw that game. I'm like, did it actually happen? I don't know.
I don't know. I just whatever. I feel like I ain't seen them. Anyway, who you got?
I'm gonna take the Rams. I don't think
me
the Saints
too.
are all that
Yeah,
good.
the Saints. It was an anomaly. I'm taking the Rams too. Bucks Panthers.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks. The Panthers have been playing some spicy, good football recently, but I still like what the Bucks are doing, especially on offense.
Yeah, I think the Bucks overwhelm them. I think the Panthers. I think it's a closer game than people think, though. Okay, we got 2 great games here. Maybe. I don't know. Let's go with 49ers Bills first. This was supposed to be one of those. When they put this on the schedule, this was supposed to be one of those. But the 49ers are so beat up. Yeah. I hate that the 49ers are so injured. This would have been such a great game. But who you got?
I'm going to have to go with the Bills, especially if Brock Purdy's out. I don't think they really have a chance.
Yeah, me too. Okay. I'm going to skip to Monday and go Browns, Broncos.
Broncos, their defense is just too good against.
The Broncos, they're better than people think, man. I'm going with the Broncos too.
It's a good football team.
The MVP front runners. We got Saquon and the Eagles, Lamar and the Ravens. I don't know why this game didn't get flexed. We are in flex schedule time now. This game should have been flexed to Sunday night. I don't know what we're doing, but we are in flex schedule time now. But since it wasn't, it's on the afternoon slate. Who do you got? Baltimore is at home. It's cold, but it's also cold in Philly. So that won't play a factor. Both teams are going to run the ball. Is Baltimore going to force Jalen Hurts to beat them?
You said
they're going to stop the run. You know they're going to focus on stopping the run.
I know, and it's just AJ Brown is good enough, and Devonta Smith if he's available,
if he's healthy, yeah.
They're both good enough to make something shake against the Ravens DBs, but I think I'm gonna roll with the Eagles here just because their offense seems like it's been too good, and also the defense. I think the defense might actually have like the whole collection of talent they need to slow down what Baltimore does. Because like the Chargers defense, they're good up front, but sometimes a little shaky on the back end, like we saw with their safety play last night. So I think I'm going to roll with the Eagles just because I think they're just a better team at this point in the season.
And I would say they're playing better. They are a better team top to bottom with how they playing. They got 2 rookies, Cooper DeJean, Quinyon Mitchell. I never thought I'd see the day where a white cornerback is locking people up.
Hey, Cooper DeJean, he's nice.
Hey, man, I don't care. Nobody say how y'all feel about it. A white cornerback is that's like a unicorn. Seriously. A white cornerback, and he locking people up. That's something I don't know if we got, who's my man that used to give Michael Irvin fits? I'll think of it. Play for the Giants.
Wait, Antoine.
I cannot think of it. No.
You said Giants. Jason Sehorn.
Jason Sehorn. Yeah, man. Cooper DeJean, man. You are doing your thing. But I'm going to go with Baltimore at home. I think they come out in the all-black unis, and they let them know what's up. So I'm going to go with Baltimore. At home, I think Lamar has a big day. He just finds a way to get it done. My man Killer is over there. So I'm going to lean towards Baltimore And that has been our schedule and our picks for week 13. C-Mac, I appreciate you showing up, man, filling in for my guy Killer. You know, you broke my heart a little bit. My feelings was hurt slightly, but it's okay. And I'm not going to judge you for it. We all family. This is what Thanksgiving is about. And I just want to shout out everybody, tell you guys to relish in every moment that you have on this earth, because life is short, man. Focus on the positive and not the negative. And, if you find somebody, it don't matter. Do something nice for somebody, but hug your family members while they're here. If you appreciate somebody, tell them why they're here. Don't wait until people are gone before you show appreciation to people, or before you show appreciation to all the benefits and everything we have. If your air is working, if your heat is working, if you got gas money, it don't matter what car you drive. If you got gas money to put gas in there, be thankful. Just be appreciative of all the positive and great things in life, man. I'm appreciative of C-Mac. I'm appreciative of John, Brett, and Addie behind the scenes. I'm appreciative of Yahoo, my family, NFL Network, everything, man. All of you guys that watch. Speaking of, we still want to hear from you. McCoy Van Noy at yahoosports.com. I'm appreciative of all the opportunities and the blessings and joy and love that we receive and that I receive, man, and just getting to live life, man. Very appreciative. And I've enjoyed this show. C-Mac, appreciate you coming on, my brother.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Before we bounce, I wanted to lighten the mood off of some of the terrible things I said today about not watching DC or making you relive traumatic Thanksgiving experiences in the NFL. I remember when I was it's a funny story. When I was earlier in my career, I did a story where I interviewed linemen, offensive, defensive linemen, about their favorite Thanksgiving memories, and one that has stuck with me was Sheldon Richardson, who was on the Vikings at the time. He told me a story about how when he was younger, his parents were separated, so he had to go to 2 Thanksgivings, and he ate 3 plates at his mom's house and 3 plates at his dad's house. And then he and his friends decided to go to the club afterwards on Thanksgiving. So he's walking into the club with a full belly with 6 plates of Thanksgiving food. He said he took 1 sip of beer and threw up all over himself in the club in front of everyone. So I've never had a Thanksgiving experience like that, mostly because when my friends say, let's go to the club, I'm saying, no, I'm going to sleep. But I wanted to share that funny story as a token.
I guess we don't have to wonder why Sheldon was the size Sheldon was, because he was eating 6 plates on Thanksgiving.
He's a good sport about it. It's funny.
Yeah, but I appreciate you coming on, man. I appreciate all of y'all. We will see y'all next week. This has been our Week 13 show of McCoy and Van Noy. Love you guys, and happy Thanksgiving.